Yeah, the whole downtown section of Wakota is gone. Holy cow, it is piles of debris. There is nothing left. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are back in Storm Chasers. It has been quite a while since I last played this game, and it recently had an update. Now you may notice we are starting out in a bit of a different place. We're actually in our own personal house, so that is new. And also I'm noticing the textures have gotten a huge revamp. They look a lot better, and I also know the vehicle meshes are completely changed. So that is also really nice. And speaking about the vehicles, here we have our trusty red pickup truck. It's not a 1996 Dodge Ram, but it'll work. Now, not only is there a pickup truck in-game, there is an SUV, so if you don't want to drive in a pickup truck, of course, you can choose a different vehicle. And it does still have the police package and the military package like the old version did. You can just simply apply those if you have them. So, pretty cool stuff. Now, today, we're not necessarily going to be chasing the storms, rather, we are actually going to be the tornado, so that'll be pretty cool. Now, first things first, let's check out the interior of the vehicle. You can see it is pretty nice, definitely all revamped. Now, one thing I do want to see is if the damage model still exists. Alright, so here we go. Let me get some speed. 50 miles an hour. Alright, here we go. We're going to swerve. There it is. Alright, let's see if we damage the truck. Oh yeah, that is quite a bit of damage. Now luckily we're not going to worry about the truck. We're going to switch to Feel the Power mode, which will allow us to become the tornado. So let's do that. Alright, so here we are in Feel the Power mode, and to start the tornado it is pretty simple. All we got to do is press E, and there we go. We got the sirens going off, and this should be pretty destructive. Now it looks like our first victim is going to be this house. We've got a bit of debris getting kicked up, just a bit of dust right now. We are simply an EF0 tornado. We don't even have a funnel at the moment. I think one should be dropping down in just a second. Alright, we've got a defined tornado at this point, even though it's an EF0. Now, I should mention, this is the same system as the old version. Nothing new has changed here, but it's always cool to become the tornado in this game. It's one of the few games that you can actually do this in, so that is pretty cool. So as you can see, we can now go to EF1, and this house is holding up pretty strong. All of the stuff that wasn't anchored down in the yard or wasn't too heavy has now gone flying, like garbage cans and lawn furniture. But we're going to move on to another house here. We're going to switch to EF2. Now we're going to start to see some damage. You can see we've got the banisters falling over and blowing out there, and we may see some damage to the roof. Yep, the fence posts are going over, the roof is tearing off. So yeah, some pretty extreme damage here. Let's see if we can move this car. Looks like the cars are holding strong. Let's go over here, and let's switch to EF3. Now we're going to start seeing some pretty bad damage. Now, I believe all the houses have got a revamp from the old version. I know the textures look a lot better, and you can see this house is standing no chance. It is being absolutely destroyed there. Now we're going to switch to EF4. Now, as we increase in tornado strength, the slower our tornado goes. Wow, look at that. We've got damage all around at this point. Let's see, can we move this big truck here? There's only one way to find out. Yep, it's starting to slide. We got debris going everywhere. There goes the truck. It is getting tossed, and it is in the air. Currently, these homes are just being absolutely shredded. You can see the walls, the roof, everything is gone, just leaving a slab, basically. And here we go. We are going into the main part of the city here. Well, the low-rises did not stand a chance at all. Look at that. They are crumbling. Okay, the lag is starting to get pretty bad, but we'll see how far we can push it here. Yeah, the whole downtown section of Wakota is gone. Holy cow, it is piles of debris. There is nothing left. Alright, we're hitting the gas station right now. There's a tornado in the distance. Oh my gosh. Let's see how this home fares. It looks to be a half brick, half wooden structured building. So, yeah, there it goes. It's not surviving super well. It is being torn to shreds. There it goes. Let's see. Can we actually view the inside of the house? Just barely there. Oh, the windows just blew in. And there go the walls. You can sort of see the stairs in there. And there it goes. All gone. Here we have a tanker truck. I think from the older version, they do explode. So, that'll be interesting to see. Yep, there it goes. Definitely a welcoming sight into Wakota. half of the city is being destroyed by an EF5 tornado. Alright, so I think we've seen some pretty intense damage, so let's go ahead and let's stop the tornado. Now it's going to take a little bit to stop, and it actually does shrink, so it sort of goes into a dying stage here, and we'll see that in just a moment. And while it's dying here, we'll go over this house and see how it fares. Oh my gosh. Yep, it's not doing so well. I think we are about to die, and there it is. So one thing is concerning. There is no longer a recognizable part of the city. It's more just a wasteland at this point. And you can see these low-rise buildings have been quite literally reduced to a pile. That is it. Well then, that was pretty neat. So let's go ahead, let's do it again, but let's go and regen the map. Alright, I've respawned, and we are in a different town now. We're not in the main city, and this time around, I'm going to try to create a realistic tornado path, so not just going to every single building and destroying it. So let's spawn it in and see what type of damage we can get from a weaker tornado. Alright, so we got a funnel dropping down, and let's begin moving. So I think I'm just going to move in this direction and see what type of damage I get, slowly increasing up to, let's say, EF3 or EF4. Alright, so here we go. We're approaching the first house. So far, nothing yet. Alright, let's go to EF1 now. Alright, here we go. Now we're at EF3 strength. Now we're going to start doing some damage here at this point. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's go up to EF4 and call it there. We'll stay at EF4 all the way through the town. Alright, we're getting some pretty realistic damage. As you can see, it's ripping off the first floor of that building there. Alright, it's heading for this house here with a very nice car out front. So this is going to be very unfortunate. Yep, there it is. That house is being ripped to shreds. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and weaken the tornado a little bit. Let's imagine it's starting to die. Oh, and there's that car, by the way. It landed out in a field. So as we're dying here, we're actually still carrying a bit of debris with us, so that's pretty cool. But we are just about to die here, and then we'll take a look at the damage. Alright, so starting from the beginning of the path, you can see there's really not that much damage, only some of the grass ripped out. Going this way, we only have some leaves missing off the trees, and continuing that way, we do have some ground scouring on the road, and then this is where the damage really starts to pick up. We've got a roof missing here, and apparently there's another tornado going through this town. This is a completely auto-generated tornado, and this is quite unfortunate. Alright, so now that the storm is clearing, let's continue with our path here. You can see there's the damage from the tornado that just went through, the auto-generated one. And luckily, it's not too bad damage. What we're about to see is pretty bad damage. So if we go over here, you can see this house is missing its roof, or the upper floor. This one is definitely missing its roof. Going this way, we've got another one missing its roof. Another one missing its top floor. This is where we had the extent of the EF4 damage. You can see this house is pretty well destroyed. Some of its exterior walls are completely gone, not just the upper floor of the roof. Here we have another building with the same, where some of its exterior walls are completely knocked over. Now let's go ahead, let's do this again and try to create a somewhat realistic path, but through the city. Now, just like we did earlier, we're only going to go up to EF4 strength because that seems more realistic, and yeah, we will see how it goes. Alright, we've got some debris circulating on the ground, and there's the funnel dropping down, and let's get a move on. Now, since we're going to be moving at a brisk pace, we're not going to see too much damage in the city like we saw from earlier when I was just going from house to house and destroying it completely. It's going to be a gradual increase of damage until we get to EF4. Alright, so here we have the first house, and we're going up to EF1 already. We're not seeing too much damage. Just some tires and stuff getting thrown around and some trash. Crossing the road here. We're going to EF2 strength. And we're already up to EF3. Alright, so now things are getting tossed around pretty fast here. And we're already working our way into the downtown portion of the city. As you can see, the tornado is very large at this stage. And we are ripping off the rooftop pieces to the buildings. We're going to go to EF4 now. Oh yeah, we're seeing some serious damage at this point. All of those water towers on the top of the buildings are being torn to shreds. They're also collapsing into the streets there. We're picking up some cars from a parking lot. Now we're in the residential section on the northeastern portion of the map, and this is where we're going to drop down to EF3 strength. As you can see, some more serious damage occurring. We're still carrying some cars with us. Oh my gosh, that one is just in a death spiral right there. That is unfortunate. And the tornado is dead. There we go. So yeah, some classic EF4, EF3 damage here. You can see the houses are reduced to, well, pretty much rubble at this stage. Oh wow, we've got an entirely leveled building here. These low-rise buildings are still intact somewhat. They're not entirely flattened like we saw with the EF5, but they are pretty much destroyed. Well, I think this would be a good place to end off. If you want to purchase the game yourself, a link will be in the description. I believe it's still $13. So yeah, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you all next time, guys. Goodbye.